AAW. This is his people, his family, and Robert Anthony, like a Shane Hollister, can't just walk in the door and expect everything will be handed to him on a silver platter. That's not how it works.
Well, there is some truth to that. You also do have to watch. Watch the video on YouTube. Robert Anthony's story, his story about making his AAW return. He said, it's not that I want the AAW championship. It's that I need the AAW championship. This is something that I'm obsessed with. This company means more to me. It's more than just 3 letters. It's my legacy. It's something that I can leave behind and be proud about, that I can leave to my son as the bell has been rang. We are underway. For Isaiah Moore, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Think about the headlines that they would read. The human highlight defeats the ego.
And it's 100% true that in many respects, AAW was built on the broad shoulders of Robert Anthony. He was really the first major star, one of the first champions, main event after main event, and no one's going to take that away from him. But I think a lot of people, Mance Warner included, look at some of Robert Ego's glad handing and some of the kind things that he's come out here and said, and look at him as being, well, full of BS, in Manser's words. Tyler, where do you lie on that situation? Is Robert Anthony back for the right reasons, or is he serving us just a bill of goods?
I think Robert Anthony's here for Robert Anthony. And what that means is it's his agenda, no matter how you word it. Yeah, he can sit here and say that I'm here for the good. I want to help the next generation, the Isaiah Moores, the Joe Alonzos. I want to, be there for the kids. I also want the AAW championship. But the only person that knows exactly what Robert Anthony is here for is Robert Anthony.
Well, Anthony has claimed that this was not what he wanted, and quote, "You brought this out of me." So Anthony apparently blaming everybody else for this mean streak, this killer instinct. We've seen him stand up to Mance Warner, challenge Jake something. He hasn't been shy about it. He hasn't lacked any confidence about it, certainly. But Mance, Jake have proven that, hey, we have worked to build AAW out of a pandemic. We have built AAW in its current incarnation, and it constantly evolves. And Robert Ego Anthony was the man here once upon a time. If he wants to be again, he's damn sure gonna earn it.
And a shoulder tackle puts Isaiah Moore down. The Moore kips back up to his feet. Both men jockeying for position. Robert Anthony pulls him in. Isaiah Moore up and over, lands on his feet. Waistlock go behind, standing switch. Both athletes yet again trying to go for that game of one-upsmanship.
I'm such a fan of Isaiah Moore and everything he stands for, everything he's done to better himself. Great jump kick by the human highlight. He's in the best shape of his life, mentally, physically. He's there, he's ready, he's poised. Get the cameras out. Isaiah Moore's time to shine is here.
And Robert Anthony, sitting on the outside, may have thought, maybe trying to think a little bit better of it. I think he maybe underestimated Isaiah Moore just a little bit heading into this contest.
Do you believe, Tyler, that Robert Anthony looked at this match, as erroneously as it may have been, as a tune-up?
Yes and no. I've known Robert Anthony for a few years. While he, is very confident in his own skills, while he's very, he's a consummate professional. He doesn't look at professional wrestling matches as this one's going to be a cakewalk, this one's going to be easy. When push comes to shove, Robert Anthony wants the best athlete across the ring from him every single time. He wants the best wrestling match that he can get. He thrives, he feeds on competition.
To the best of my knowledge, Mance Warner is not here tonight, by the way. So at this point, I would say it is likely that his presence would not be felt, but you never really know because Mance was never really that far away, is he?
I mean, you never know. We didn't think Robert Anthony was going to show up at the Berwyn Eagles Club.
I don't think we ever thought he'd show up ever again.
You never know who's going to show up at an AAW show. And now Isaiah Moore with a couple of strikes, throwing the point of the elbow onto the ear, throwing off the equilibrium of Robert Anthony as this electric crowd at Irving Hall firmly in the corner of the human highlight.
Oh, love the agility, builds up the momentum. Great vertical leap and the execution.
And now Isaiah charging in full steam ahead. Robert Anthony Panteras him up and over. Isaiah evades the attack. Wheelbarrow onto his feet. Robert Anthony, tilt-a-whirl flapjack with authority. That's what Anthony does best. He knows how to scout, and he knows how to throw that maneuver with direct intent to hurt.
He waited for an opening, did Anthony, and as soon as he found that sliver, he capitalized, and now Isaiah in a world of pain from head to toe.
Surfboard stretch, and face first goes Isaiah Moore, sternum first, feeling the effects. Robert Anthony with a lackadaisical cover, but an aggressive cover.
And I don't think we can overlook the incredible leg strength it took of Robert Anthony to muscle Isaiah Moore down off that surfboard with just the lower half of his body. Incredible.
I mean, Robert Anthony is very vocal about it on his social media. He is in the gym trying to become stronger than he's ever been, trying to become better than he's ever been. Every single day, he's posted these videos of himself working out, showing that he's putting in the work. He's laser focused on the AAW championship.
And he may be in the best shape of his life. I can't say that he's not, but bottom line is you have such a hungry roster working every single day to be the best in a landscape that is rapidly changing. And Robert Anthony, I think a lot of people see through him. I think a lot of people know what his true intentions are. And a lot of people are prepared for his savvy caginess that he brings to the ring.
Look at just the torque that he has on the side headlocks. The headlock takeovers, the velocity that he whips Isaiah Moore down with. Robert Anthony, intensity is the name of the game.
He gets a lot out of a little. Bottom line, there's no going through the motions. There's no rushing through something to get to what's next in mind. Anthony, if he can beat you with a side headlock, he'll figure out a way to beat you.
Oh, and now choking Isaiah Moore. Again, getting a little bit out of a lot.
Without question. And, certainly it is not lost on Isaiah Moore what this match means to him as well, because a win over really one of the true pillars of this company from day one would mean so much for him. But notice what Anthony has done. Moore's a flyer. He's a quick man. And in close confines to the ground, doesn't do Isaiah any favors at all.
And the thing to me that Robert Anthony's doing that's maybe more impressive than even, not many people may pick up on this. He's working over a part of the body that not many people think about. He's taking away the sternum of Isaiah Moore. If you can't breathe, you can't fight.
That's very true, especially where Isaiah's got a high-octane offense that depends on controlling your breathing. It depends on high-pressure situations. Much like this, Jack.
Up and over! Isaiah Moore, upset brewing here, no!
A glimmer of hope in time, but Anthony, mark of a veteran, kept his poise and composure, shut him back down and got a 2 count.
The sunset flip only got the 2 for Isaiah Moore, but a split second away. What an upset that would have been. The headlines that would have been all over the internet, all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Isaiah Moore defeating Robert Anthony.
I would be so intrigued to see where Isaiah Moore goes from here, but maybe just as intrigued is where would Robert Anthony go from here, because as fiercely competitive as you certainly state that Robert is, and it is accurate certainly, I don't think Anthony in his mind is prepared for a loss tonight in any way.
Oh, and when you talk to Robert Anthony, he's never prepared for a loss. He doesn't go into any wrestling match, and nobody ever should, thinking, hey, I'm not going to be the better man tonight. I'm going to lose. Robert Anthony knows how good he is, and that's a dangerous, dangerous man.
That look of confidence on the face of Anthony. He's got Isaiah trapped in the ropes. Referee Perch with the warning. Sometimes not much more you can do than that in AAW, but Anthony, oh, look out.
Isaiah Moore whipped into the buckles with authority, sent up and over, lands back on his feet, and now looking for that flapjack one more time. Moore lands on his feet, able to counter it.
There's that burst of offense, there's that adrenaline, there's that agility.
Oh, and an equalizing shot from Robert Anthony.
Right to that core, right to the sternum, the ribs. And the part of the body that, again, your breathing, your movement, all of your dexterity. If you don't have that, you don't have much. But Moore is fighting.
Robert Anthony saying, come on, young buck, bring it.
Moore has overcome adversity his whole life. He's worked his ass off to get where he is today. Best shape of his life. And he's putting all he has into the most important one-on-one match of his AAW career.
Oh! Catches him with a boot. Isaiah Moore has spoken about it time and time again. I fight for the honor of my family because my mother wasn't able to chase after her dreams. She gave me the opportunity to be able to do that, and he's doing that right now.
And Moore stringing offense together. Enziguri kick, now roll through.
Oh, and a double stop from Isaiah Moore. Isaiah going for the cover. Isaiah's gonna do it, no!
How ironic if Moore had done damage to the sternum and won that way. But now doesn't overthink it. Right to the top rope. Isaiah takes a chance. It gets great hang time.
From the rafters here at Irving Hall.
Oh. Isaiah Moore looking to make a career overnight, but not to be yet.
But Isaiah, you have to stay focused. You have Robert Anthony in a position he's not in very often, if ever. He's in a position where he's down, he's hurt, he's in a bad, bad way.
Don't second guess it, don't question it.
You gotta stay on the attack. You can't lose your hunger.
Go with what brought you to the dance, my friend. Victory may be attainable.
Oh, and Anthony dropping that center of gravity, now throwing repeated elbows to the side of the head, hoists him up with a power bomb.
And Anthony right there waiting for the kick out.
Oh!
Rolls with the momentum into the half Boston crab.
Single leg crab variant by Robert Anthony, sitting back on it, wrenching at the knee of Isaiah Moore.
Great positioning. Isaiah is keeping his body from being flat. If he's flat, Anthony gets the most out of this hold. But first laying on his side and now bridging up, takes away some of that leverage of Anthony.
And now battling out, throwing the heel of that boot to the shoulder, and now catches him on the jaw. Anthony has no choice but to relinquish the hold.
Sidestep by Isaiah.
Had him scouted in a savate kick.
Isaiah step ahead, abusive yet elusive.
Isaiah, satellite DDT, spikes on Robert Anthony.
Oh, I love it, Anthony's not moving. He may be out, he may be out.
No, Robert Anthony kicking out somehow, some way. Isaiah Moore with a faraway look in his eyes. Stay on the attack, kid, stay on the attack.
Don't question the count, live in the moment. Be present here and now. This is your time.
And now Isaiah feeling the AAW faithful behind him. They've been in his corner since day one, since the inception of AAW Alive. He's gone from the pre-show to the main show, and now he's in there with one of the very best this company has to offer. Isaiah perched high on that top rope.
Human highlight, get a sword, oh no!
Senton Atomico, nobody home. Robert Anthony moves out of the way, hoists him onto the shoulders. Mandalorian driver by Robert Anthony. Hooks the leg, 2, 3. A valiant effort, a hell of a fight, but Robert Anthony gets the victory.
In 12 minutes, 27 seconds, your winner, Robert Ego Anthony.